What is up, people? I'm on such a heater right now with this Secrets of Strixhaven limited format that I wanted to get a recorded draft in. I did pretty well at a RCQ recently. I got eliminated in the top 8 draft, but I went undefeated in Swiss, which I'm pretty happy about. And I'll talk about my thoughts about this format because I actually think I have a pretty good beat on this format. So I think the best cards in this pack are this Aziza. That's just okay, though. It's not really the instant sorcery deck. And I guess this Campus Composer is okay too. I'm not a big fan of Prismari, but I'll take the monocolor card for now. So I haven't actually gotten to play Prismari yet. Okay. I really like Last Grasp, and I think that black is the best monocolor to be in, but that's a stock up, and I already have a blue card. Prismari Charm, Visionary's Dance also in this pack. I like Wilt in the Heat if I'm already in these colors. Grapple with Death, also really good for the green-black deck, but we're kind of far from that right now. Gonna take this stock up. Okay, well, could have had a pretty good Boros or Lorehold deck so far. Maybe we need to jump ship. So the thing that I've noticed about Prismari cards is you have to like really build around Prismari. Whereas I think that the white-black and the green-black, and to a lesser extent the red-white decks, are just kind of generalist decks that don't need the bomb rares. But let's see. I'm already mono-blue. So the two blue guilds are blue-green and blue-red. Both of them are kind of combo-y. Fire Dancer, I don't know. I haven't had a lot of luck with these kind of red prowess creatures. This card's good. If you're in the life gain deck, I could see that being good. I guess I'll take the Surveyor. Okay, and I think there is value early in these drafts. Usually you don't want to force two colors, but there's only 5 two-color pairs as opposed to 10 in a normal set. So I guess I'll start forcing the blue-green deck. I've actually never drafted the blue-green deck before. Another Last Grasp, so hopefully I'm putting whoever's in my left into black and Wander Off. Wow, maybe I should be black. The problem is there's not a blue-black deck. I don't really like the blue-green Dirtily Do Nothing. I've had a really good record against the kind of blue-green ramp strategy because I find them kind of clunky. Okay, I haven't done anything with Daydream yet. These Converge cards are okay. Rebel Rouser is a really good red common. I think Embrace the Paradox is replaceable. We might get another one. And it looks like I'm kind of wanting to be a blue-green ramp-ish deck. So I guess I'll take the Hydro Channeler. I'm not a big fan of the blue-green deck because I think the early plays are highly variable. Oh, Magic Online, having a panic attack. Preordain or Fractal Mascot. Deluge Virtuoso, I guess, would be a middle ground pick between those two. Preordain's quite strong. There's more Fractal Mascots in the world than there are rare Mystical Archive Preordains. So I'll take Preordain. Growth Curve. Okay. Kind of a synergy card with other +1/+1 counter cards. Virtuoso is also a pretty good 3-drop. But we've been seeing these coming, so I can probably get more. I guess I'll take the Growth Curve. Okay, like if you're going to be Prismari, you want to be like combo Prismari almost, where you're kind of ramping up to huge spells like Homesickness. Is that what I want to do here? Yeah, I guess I'll cut the Homesickness. I just haven't been impressed with these blue prepare creatures. I think they're a little bit below rate, and usually the prepare spell isn't really that strong. Let's see. I just don't think this card's even that good. So I guess I'll take the sideboard protection spell. Prismari Charm came back. I'll take that in case I open a really busted blue rare. Between these two cards, I guess I'll stay open and take the blue one. This deck's looking kind of clunky. I'll take somebody's Mystical Archive. Last pick, Fractal Mascot. Okay, blue-green is the place to be. See, like, okay, this is the kind of card you want to build around to be in Prismari for. So, Deduce, also very good. Is it worth it to cut blue? So what do I lose if I cut blue? Like, I don't care about that. Just put the blue cards I don't really care about over here. Fractal Mascot is whatever. This card's good and also splashable. This card's just good. Okay, because I have a Prismari payoff here, I'll take a risk. See if I get any more Prismari. I really like this card, Terrafractal. I've lost to this card a few times. Prismari Charm, also pretty good. All right, so I mean, we know that blue-green was open because absolutely nobody was taking it. But I haven't been impressed with blue-green. I haven't really been impressed with Prismari either, but I think I've been less impressed with blue-green. There's a blue-red land and also a Rubble Rouser. I'm not sure how important this is in a blue-red deck. This is really good in Lorehold. I think Essence Scatter is what I want here. All right, so I'm in kind of uncharted territory. I've been having a lot of success, but it's all been with black-green, black-white, and red-white. I have not even really been playing blue or green cards. Okay. Another Essence Scatter, a bad creature. I don't value this card very highly because the body is pretty bad. And then, like, shh. My dog's going nuts. There's no one here. She just, when I talk, she gets worked up. I don't really want anything out of this pack. I guess another Essence Scatter. Essence Scatter gets really good with bounce spells. So now can we get some bounce spells? Run Behind. Ooh, Tablet of Discovery, though. This does ramp me into my instants and sorceries. I'll try it. I'll try the Tablet of Discovery. Artistic Process is great. So is Unsubtle Mockery. The right answer might be Process, but I already have a really big 5-mana card. So I'll take the Mockery. Yeah, like, the blue-green is here, but I'm just not impressed with the cards. Just gonna hide the green for now. I'll leave this in as maybe a splash. Do I want to play a bad creature to turn on my opponent's removal for the upside of ramping into broken top end? I guess I'll take this Hydro Channeler. Okay, well, Magic Online freaked out because I have a hard time running OBS, and I took Shopkeeper's Bane, so that sucks. But alright, so Deluge Virtuoso just taps. If it returns to their hand, these Essence Scatters get way better. I'm going to take the Brush off. I'll take Deduce. That's a good card, I think. Just take some unplayable nonsense. I guess Rubble Rouser, sure. I guess Nondescript 2-1. And Social Snub. I think Social Snub is like the only white-black card I'm not happy to put in my deck. And it could still be good depending, like, if you're like Golgari splashing white, that could be really good because you just sacrifice some useless pest tokens. We don't have any fixing for Tam yet. Alright, I can't really make good use of this card. Emeritus of Conflict. I'm not sure how often I'm triggering it. I mean, casting the lightning bolt. I think, yeah, I want to be Agstrap Paint Mage. I think this is the best card here. This card's also kind of sweet. But I think I want the Paint Mage. A Braid is also good. A lot of good stuff here. I've already got a lot of 2-mana instants. If Magic Online will let me play, I guess worst case scenario, I would get this Emeritus of Conflict, but I'm going to take the Paint Mage. Maybe I have too many creatures for this deck, because this is a bad body, and it's got to live till the next turn. But this ramps from 3 to 6, potentially. Alright, what does this card do? X damage to each creature without flying, destroy all artifacts. And then if it's really big, make a lizard. Well, it kind of stinks. I've got to pick it over Rapturous Moment, but Rapturous Moment might be a trap. It's 6 mana. Ward. This card's pretty good. I already have one of them. Sure, I guess I'll take the On-Color Mythic. If you twist my arm. I'm going to take another stock up. I don't like Fractal Mascot, and I've already got 2 Essence Scatters. Okay, I'm not sure about Fractalize. Goblin, I haven't been that impressed with. It enables fixing if you're in, like, Boros. Lorehold, that is. I guess... Man, I'm doing pretty good on playables. Target creature becomes green and blue. Okay, so you're supposed to use this on your own creatures. I don't have that many creatures, so I guess I'll take Virtuoso. I think I like Lorecaster as a rebuy spell. There's a lot of red board wipes in this format, by the way. Something to be aware of. Another Prismari Charm. Or a Banishing Betrayal. I already have one. I think Prismari Charm has more upside. Dina's Guidance. A lot of people want to see me play this card in Living End, and I just don't get it. Wouldn't you just rather have Formidable Speaker? Like, why are you excited to put a card in your graveyard? Sure. Prismari Charm number 3. I'm not impressed with the Brainstorm creature. I am impressed with Tone Blast. I'll take that. I guess I'll take a Dual Tactics for the sideboard. Could have had a lot of white-red dual lands to splash things. I guess I'll take this card for the sideboard. I think Tam is off the table now. That seems like a good card. Although when you're low on creatures, the few creatures you do have are worse because your opponent has removal usually. But this has Ward, so it might survive. Would have been nice to have some green fixing. Could have had some X spells. Instead, I'll just take this Fractal Mascot. Get rid of this card. If this was a pod draft, like where you know you're going to play against certain cards, hate drafting things that are good against you late in these packs is a kind of okay strategy. It doesn't matter on Magic Online, though, in this context. All right, we have some cuts to make. Let's group creatures separately. We're kind of in this cursed middle ground with creatures. Like, you don't want too many creatures. Get rid of that. You don't want like any creatures in the blue-red spells deck. It's like the fewer creatures you have, it's almost like card advantage because your opponent gets a bunch of dead removal spells stuck in their hand. We have a lot of 2-mana plays. That's good. We don't need Chase Inspiration because we barely have any creatures. So let's see, that's 5 cuts. I guess one of these, it's like our worst 5. We already have basically 2 copies of it anyway in our creature slot. I don't have the... I'm going to get rid of this because I don't have the spell that makes mana. Alright, we still need to get rid of... I wish I had that artifact that triggered on casting spells. Alright, what's our worst creature? Get rid of that. I'm actually not... So I'm not confident in this at all. Because I haven't played this archetype yet. I don't know how important all 3 of these Prismari Charms are. Banishing Betrayal is good with these Essence Scatters. What is Hydro Channeler? No, that's the mana spell. Okay. I'm viewing Hydro Channeler just as a land. Virtuoso. This is also like a land. It's kind of slow. Maybe 1 Prismari Charm can come out. And... so I have 3 of my 7 creatures make mana. What's the final cut? I actually don't know how I win. I think that's a problem for future me. Mockery's good. I guess it's Landscape Painter. That's probably my worst card. But... yeah, how do I win? Yeah, I don't think I'm ever casting that card off of Landscape Painter. Alright, let's add some basics. I do want to hit my red, and we'll try it out. Alright, game number 1. We've won the die roll with our no win condition Prismari deck. I will keep. Hand's pretty good. Although I'm a little bit nervous that every time I run Abstract Paint Mage out, he's just going to immediately eat whatever removal our opponent kept in their opening hand. Up against a fellow red gamer. Okay, so we have a negate, basically, in our hand. Okay, so this is a problem I've actually had in this format. This is a Prismari rare, so you'd think it'd be great in any red deck. But I had this in my top 8 draft in an RCQ recently. I cut red super hard, but I had to end up in white red, and I had a bunch of Prismari cards. And they just don't do that much. Like, the red-white deck really gets off on the graveyard mechanic. It's not the most aggro deck. Now, I might get run over by it, but it's neither here nor there. Not going to block. Okay. Let's go ahead and cast a 1-mana stock up. I think I want other stock up and don't need the mana. I'll take Zealous Lorecaster. Put those on the bottom. Play land. Cast another stock up, I think. Nah. Alright, we will take Splatter Technique and I think Mockery. Hey, we just win. Okay. Alright, that's a win condition, is the opponent giving up. Okay, what do we want to do? Against Lorehold, our opponent had a 2/2. That's all we saw. I'm wondering if this mascot is better than anything here. Dual Tactics. I didn't see anything with 1 toughness. Nah, I think I'll just submit. Hmm. Round number 2, I don't have any blue mana, but blue mana is a construct of the liberal media. If I draw any land, I've got this Mockery to protect myself. That gives me some time, and it gives me a Surveil. This could have been a mulligan, but as soon as I draw one blue mana, I'm off to the races. Maybe our opponent gave up because they're also the do-nothing Prismari Mirror, and I'd already gotten off 2 stock-ups. Also, the opponent took less than a minute off their clock last game, which is impressive. They're set up to win the timer battle. Okay, 6 drop, not what I needed. I mean, if we didn't hit any lands, this hand was cursed anyway. Maybe I should have mulliganed. I'm so jealous. Our opponent has lands. Hey, we got a mountain. All right, now give us a creature to target, please. So when I was playing in my pre-releases and then my RCQ, I never even read that Unsubtle Mockery was an instant. This card is just so good, I assumed it was a sorcery. There have been sets where this would have been a rare. Opponent activates color number 3 for Resonating Loot. Okay. That stinks. We can't Mockery that. 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we can discard the hand size. I guess get rid of the Lorecaster. It'd be nice if our opponent would play a creature for us. That counts. Go ahead and Mockery that. Also, playing a card out there gets them farther from activating Resonating Loot. We will put that Hydro Channeler into the graveyard. That was a good one. Can I have an island, please? Hey, now I'm going to hold this up. I've got Deduce and Essence Scatter, which is a really good combo. And I can also crack the Clue. I think that makes this a better play than Campus Composer. I haven't seen this card do anything yet. I'm not discounting it. It could be good. It's not nearly as good as Arc of Hunger. Hungry Arc. I can use this Clue token as well. Draw more blue cards without blue mana. I think I'll just play my creature here. What are the odds they have a creature that I need to Essence Scatter? This has Ward, hopefully with their... Well, they have tons of mana, so it doesn't matter. Opponent had a stroke over there. A disdainful stroke. Alright, they continue doing nothing. I'll play Tablet of Discovery. That sounds okay. I can play this card this turn. Nice. Is there anything else I want to do? No, I don't. I think I can preordain, actually. I still have Essence Scatter up. Bottom. Top, I suppose. Maybe it's not important to keep creatures on top. I can also cast a 4 mana worth of instants here. Right? What does this card do? Instant or sorcery. Okay, any ramp for red, instant sorcery. Okay. So as much as I'd like to splatter technique draw 4, I think I kind of want to empty my hand first. All right, opponent draws up to 8. They've got their Library of Alexandria online, so I underrated them. Hopefully this is a creature. Sure, I'll Essence Scatter. Now that they're tapped out, maybe I should draw 4. Choose 1. I think I'll draw 4. That was reasonable. I have to discard the hand size if I pass, so I guess I'll just play out my dude. I think this was best case scenario. I'm not sure how well we would fare against an aggro deck. Also, I can't remember if I have an Abrade in the deck, but Abrade would be very nice. They've drawn 2 cards off their loot, and they haven't really used the mana. Right now, our plan is to kill the opponent with Tome Blast and Flyers. Okay, they repel Calamity. Power or Toughness 4 or greater. Why you gotta be a 3/4? Pay your ward. I wonder if I should Prismari Charm, bounce this to their hand, and then counter it on the way down. I think that seems probably like what I should do. Okay, so I have enough mana to Deluge Virtuoso, and then also do that. So I'm going to do that on their upkeep. That way, if they want to counter it, they're wasting their mana on their turn. Bounce the loot. Okay, so now they're a little bit more restricted on their mana. Well, not a little bit. They're twice as restricted on their mana. Loot. No, you don't. That trampoline is mine. Oh, instant or sorcery. Okay. I didn't leave up blue mana. Oh my gosh, I misread this card. Well, there's a punt. Okay. Well, I did that totally wrong. That was so stupid. Probably lost the game because of that. And Magic Online crashes to punish me. My bad. They draw a card. Wish I had this guy now. 03 increment? Nah. Against a do-nothing opponent like me, the increment spell could be good. Alright, let's tap the appropriate mana. Let's see, I'll take the stock up and the mythic. Those islands can go in any order. Cast another stock up. Did that in the wrong order too. Homesickness and I guess Mage. Could have done an extra damage. I'm a little bit flustered. I have my counterspell mana up though. Opponent needs to do something to get back into the game. And the bottom 5 cards on my deck are just a bunch of lands. I can tap that. I'm not going to counter that yet. Because I have an incremental thing in my deck pretty close where I can bounce it. Although I probably should have just used my mana there. How much mana do I have for that? Also, I can just bounce Let's just bounce this and counter on the way down. Let's think about this, actually. So I can make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. This only has to be 8, so 9, and I'll still have 3. For Prismari Charm or this. Okay. I mean, they probably have a bounce spell. I think I should try to get a little more value out of the opponent, but I also want to kill this loot. Let's do this for 8. Five, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Pay X. Done. Okay. Artifacts dead. They can discard a lot of cards if they want. Opponent drew 3. Gonna hold up my Negate and Prismari Charm. I do have Brush Off for their first way to get rid of this lizard. And I'll just make a general comment. I mean, I don't know my opponent. I don't know everything in their deck, but I haven't seen anything in their deck that would make me want to be white. Like, if you want to be blue-red, you want to be, like, hardcore blue-red. Okay, I can beat that next turn with Homesickness. Maybe I can even Prismari Charm it. No. That deals 1 and 1. It doesn't deal 2. Quiet. Alright, opponent has 2 creatures. Yeah. That's fine. They can make a treasure. I'm just going to Tome Blast this now, remove their chump blocker while I can. Also, I may need to turn off my streaming and just focus on game 3 because sometimes OBS just makes my Magic Online completely unresponsive. Sometimes it doesn't. I'll play the land. I don't see a reason not to. I'll attack with Big Lizard. Believe in Big Lizard. He's real. Opponent taps their mana and Deflecting Palms. Cute. Cancel. No, not that. They get countered. I'll play out my creature. Why not? I can still Prismari Charm if they present a problem. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I have 11 next turn. Okay, I can tap both of these. They make a elemental. That's fine. And with their 5 red mana, opponent casts a haste creature with their red mana. Okay. They're probably fixing to get their beatdown going. And they destroy their own non-basic land just to grow their Molten Core. So I was planning on Prismari Charming this token, but now I think I'm going to Prismari Charm and bounce this guy because he's big and he's hitting me. I don't want to drink bone hurting juice right now. I'll take 3. Now this dude has ward, so tapping him will be a little costly. Robo-Rouser is also good. Target me for draw. Target these 2 creatures. 1. That's enough blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ward is going to trigger one day. Okay, so my computer exploded. I did manage to resolve homesickness, and now I'm going to be careful not to pass priority too many times. We attack the opponent for 10, and then we Tone Blast them for lethal. So I was not joking about Tone Blasting the opponent. Gotta remember you have flashback spells. Alright, we won the match. Alright, round number 2 here with Lizard Control. I think I underrated Tablet of Discovery during the draft portion. I've been watching LSB draft this set again. Let's see, do I run my creature out? I mean, I guess. You want fewer creatures and just more spells in this deck. This format, if you're playing Prismari Control, you want to treat it like that arena format where you don't have to pay for spells. I forget what it's called, but it's like a format where just any card that says draw a card is great and anything else is terrible. That's kind of how you draft the Jeskai or the Prismari Control, except also just burning and removing creatures is also good. All right. So this can't cast Tablet. All right, those are Tremors. I'm going to hold up Deduce this turn, and then I'm going to try to hit a land off of this Tablet of Discovery, because I don't need it yet. I just need 2 Tremors for, like, enough to make the Lizard. Alright, this could be a problem. Alright, let's Deduce to try to draw a creature counter. We don't have it. Alright, I don't care about cracking this clue right away. That was worth it to save 2 damage. Right on time, Essence Scatter. Let's see. I can't play Tablet and hold up Essence Scatter unless I play this mountain. I'm going to go Robo-Rouser. And discard Island. Okay, I'll play the mountain. The reason I did that is because I really want to like hit a land off of Tablet of Discovery and then play it. I don't really care so much about Robo-Rouser in this deck. I don't know if it was actually a good addition. But it does get us 1 mana closer to Big Lizard. Although a black-white deck probably won't have a hard time dealing with Big Lizard. So I'm really just hoping this board wipe gets him. Okay, he gives this thing Double Strike. It's going to do some damage. I think this thing, yeah, it's like a bob when it hits us. Oh, it hit us twice. Ooh, that's cute. Opponent back up to 7 cards. We're really close to Big Lizard. If they play a creature here, I think I'll counter it, though, just to take the pressure off. Okay, they want to put a stun counter on my dwarf. That is okay. Alright. Hopefully we don't mill over like our opportunity. What did we hit? We hit our counter spell. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay, we can go Essence Scatter or Crack a Clue. And then next turn is Lizard Time, potentially. I'm not really feeling great about this game. Our opponent is, they have 8 cards in hand. It feels like they're intentionally just kind of slow rolling us. They suspect a Silver Quill Charm. Exile target creature. Well, darn. At least I still have Essence Scatter up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I could Lizard next turn. Opponent hits us, draws a card. They're drawing more cards than we are by a lot. I don't really want to cast my big spell next turn. I want to give it one more turn, so maybe they'll empty their hand. Oh, I like stock up. Hang on. Let's use our artifact the way it's supposed to be used to cast stock up. Let's see. I think I want Lorecaster and let's just go Prismari Charm. I think any order of those. Hold up blocker. All right, now I can Lizard twice. Dig site inventory. Should I just let them cast that twice? What to do here? I feel like if I let this resolve, they'll do it again. And maybe I can get both counters. No, they don't. I'm just going to bounce, I think, this double striker. Which is an unexciting use of this card. But if I don't hit a land next turn, I actually can't make the Lizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I could. Can't be blocked, though. Yeah, I actually care more about the damage than them drawing the card. Maybe played that wrong. I miscounted my mana. And I think I'll exile just to ping them for 1. Opponent is at 16 somehow. We did 4 damage. Crack the clue. Make it look like I'm digging for counter spells. All right, well, now we have everything. Kind of hope the opponent does something else. All right, just discard a card. That's okay. All right, they've played us pretty slow this game, which was smart by them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That works. Cast this for 8. Done. Now, like I said, Lizard probably not going to take over against a black-white deck. They probably have a lot of removal, unless their hand's like a bunch of -3/-3s. But this is not a hard thing for them to kill. I also killed my artifact. A little bit of a non-combo, but it's okay. This thing did its job. Now this is a 2-turn clock if they can't kill it. The set symbol looks like a treasure chest. Yeah, okay, we exile. We only have 6 lands. Whack. Do I want my stock up maybe instead? From this lore caster? Yeah, I think I want to hit stock up to dig for the opportunity card. When I say opportunity, I mean draw 4. Forget what it's called. Alright, we're at 8. Yeah, and the problem with this deck is it has too many creatures. This Deluge Virtuoso should have been something else. Ooh, another stock up. Nice. Well, that being the case, I'm going to get back Subterranean Tremors. Now, we've given the opponent almost no creatures to kill this game, so Lorecaster might not be long for this Earth either. If they pump and give Double Strike, that put me to 4 unless I block. Blocking would kill it. Alright, that doesn't have flying. I could deal 3 to everything. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I'll start with Preordain. I'm not sure I need more land. And actually, I think I'll take this creature. I think I'll deal 3 to everything and attack for 4. There's no artifacts to kill. Hopefully they don't have a pump spell. Alright, it worked. Now maybe this bird having ward will give him problems. Opponent kind of flooded out. This guy could be a problem. More honor-bound pages. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm going to tap down, I would say, this creature. I'm going to attack with the giant. And I guess stock up. I want to find, yeah, Splatter Technique and an island. I would have preferred 2 non-lands. 4 to each creature does get me pretty good. But maybe the opponent like spends their last couple of creatures here. And I could also draw 4. He's going to get flying. He's going to get in for 4. Oh, can I just kill them? If I draw a cheap card, I can maybe just kill them. Okay. He's growing his board. Alright. I think I see better lines here. Do I just have the win? If opponent has no removal, I just have the win. So I could do a fancy thing here where I bounce Zealous Lorecaster. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 to everything. I'm actually just going to go for a more normal kill. Alright, it got there. There's like a black indestructible spell that they could have had for that first one. Alright, do I want dual tactics? No, we haven't really seen any targets for dual tactics. I think I want Prismari Charm over some bad creature. Which creature would that be? Maybe over Composer, just in general. Deluge Virtuoso. This one's okay. Anything else that I want? Nah. Round or game number 2, we have to mulligan this. Sure, I'll keep that. And then what do we put back? I think we want land, both stock ups. I think I can put back Deluge Virtuoso. Just no creatures here, please. I don't want any animals in my deck. Alright, hold up Deduce. Looks like we're holding up Essence Scatter. It was a very chill move of our opponent not to play a 2-mana creature. Ooh, it was even chiller of our opponent not to play a 3-mana creature. Are they hoping to stockpile for after I board wipe? I mean, you have to play creatures first, otherwise I don't board wipe. Go ahead and stock up, I guess. Magic's fun when you don't have to worry about anything. Let's see. Do I want Tome Blast? What are the odds that the next thing they play dies to Tome Blast? Or Campus? I think I'll take the Counterspell and Campus Composer. Putting Tome Blast in the deck first. I got the combo here. It's the 2 versus 1 combo. You bounce something, then you counter it. I would rather just do these both on the same turn, so I don't just lose this to their removal spell. Let's see what to do. I think the answer is Tablet. Try to hit a land. Did not hit a land. I lost my Prismari Charm. Preordain. Oh, wait, no. Oh, crud. I did that wrong. I forgot. This just makes mana. I'll top one of these. That was my bad, folks. I'm not used to playing these kind of cards, I guess. Shoot, that was a silly moment by me. I could have used Prismari Charm to bounce this page. Deserved to lose the game for that. That was a pretty big boneheaded play. But we'll see what happens. We still have a lot of good cards left in our deck. I wonder if the opponent will just run out one thing at a time. Okay, the answer is no, and also the answer was Tome Blast isn't going to kill anything. Good thing I didn't keep that for now. Wonder if they took out their removal. Let's find out. Leaving up Brush Off mana. Also leaving up Clue mana. This has Ward, so it's not the cheapest, but they do have 5 lands. Not the cheapest to kill this. If they have Wander Off, they need another land. You know, I'm just so used to thinking of Tablet as I just want to spend 2 mana for huge stuff. I forgot I could just cast Prismari Charm. I'm a little bit miffed with myself for that. Melancholic Poet. No, I don't have the mana for that. This is only negate for instants and sorceries. As we learned last game, when I let loot resolve. Should I counter this? No. No. That's card disadvantage. See, I just got a card out of their hand by not countering that. We will take the damage. And I think end step I'm going to bounce one of these to their hand. I guess I could have done that now. I'm going to bounce the prepared one so they don't get to prepare it again. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I have land drops, so cracking this clue is not the biggest deal in the world. I just need to slow the opponent down here. Don't need more lands at the moment. Okay, believe in Big Lizard. He's real, folks. Let's... 1, 2... This costs 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can still have... I can't have brush off, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 5, so I can only have 7. So what I'll do is stock up. But I'll tap my mana smartly. Let's see. I think I want... Let's just take Mockery, Essence Scatter. That looks good. And then I'll put Charm, Rouser, Island. Need to play a little faster. So I may have to turn off the microphone and just grind out these games. We'll see. No. Gonna brush that off. Now they need a land to play Page. I think you should just keep running your creatures out. Well, this card kind of sucks to deal with. They can only bring it back once. I'm going to counter it. Play the land. I'm going to cast this spell. Still no need to attack. Oh, I think I should Tremor soon and save Mockery. See, this Professor, it's a good reassembling skeleton. However, it can only come back if you have instants and sorceries. He's only got 1 in the yard at the moment. Let's see, what does opponent want to do? Opponent wants to do nothing. I'm okay with that. Could have had a free Prismari Charm this game. Huh, alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to give it one more turn. I could save this Campus Composer from Lizard. Ooh, Homesickness. Alright, let's give this one more turn of figuring out what to do. But I think I'm ready to start going off. Opponent has Rapier Wit. That's going to resolve. Oh, okay, this gives flying, so I guess they don't want me to chump block. Double strike. Okay. The dog is the dog has seen something out the window. It's probably just nothing. Come here, honey. It's okay. There's nothing out there. She gets riled up when I start talking. Okay. What has the opponent done? Alright, I'm gonna, this has double strike. This has nothing. I'll start with Unsubtle Mockery on the big one. They left the 3/4 alive and tapped the 3/3. I still have Homesickness, but it's a little late for that. Alright, what are they targeting? That can resolve. And then just make sure. What are they targeting? Alright, they're targeting what I thought they were. Cast Prismari Charm. Prismari Charm beats Silver Quill Charm. And I don't get to Surveil. A little bit of a bummer. Block the biggest thing. What do we do now? I think I just want a Homesickness. I'll just attack. I might just be able to kill them without Lizard. I think I'll just tap both of these. A Johnny's Response, okay. Fine. I do need to kill Melancholic Poet eventually. At the beginning of combat, target myself, that and that. Draw 2 cards, tap your guys. That was pretty good. First strike, okay. Now I can Tremors, follow it up. I guess if they give this indestructible, they can't. They don't have any mana. All right, and then this for a lot. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? No, I need one more. 8. Okay, done. And I held up Essence Scatter too. Opponent didn't believe in Big Lizard hard enough. Now he's going to suffer the consequence. The consequence is Big Lizard. Ooh, Pull from the Grave. That's a good one. But they got 2 4-drops back, so they can't cast them right now. They didn't play anything. You like that? Well, I do. All right. I think the answer is draw 4. I don't know what the question is, but the answer is draw 4. Play land. Play our creature that might allow us to do a lot of stuff next turn. Although this guy isn't really that good for the reasons I already talked about. Like, they're just so incentivized to kill it, and we don't have a lot of other stuff for them to kill anyway. And this is also lethal next turn, depending on what they do. Okay. This thing finally comes back. Could be a problem with the pump spell. I think I might block it. Okay, discard mountain. Essence scatter. Yeah, I'm going to block this. Maybe I can bounce this thing. I can tap it. Don't pass through combat. Lizard the opponent for 8. And I think I'll get Splatter Technique back. You know, I was thinking between games, it's been a couple hours. I played it earlier this morning, now I'm playing again. This is a good reason why it's like if you see effects going around in the draft that's like that uncommon converge card that exiles or tucks cards from graveyards, like those aren't the worst to pick up just to have in your sideboard in case you go against like a really slow person who's just planning on looping stuff from their graveyard. Wonder if the opponent's talking to us. No. Although Splatter Technique 4 damage to everything isn't super safe because like there's still a white-black deck. They can probably kill a token. So probably just want to attack first. Also, did the opponent not bring back their professor last turn? I wonder. Okay, I sacked 2 creatures. All right, so I was wondering about Social Snub. This is when it's good. It's when you have exactly 1 creature and that creature's terrible. Why is this tapped? It's their turn. All right, sack a creature. I wonder if I want to... I don't think it matters which... I don't think it matters leaving a 6 mana card versus a 0 mana token in play because all their removal's live for it. Okay, and now they really need... Oh, good. Thank goodness this says you control. Otherwise, I would just eat my token. All right. That thing in their graveyard can't block, so I think we're good. Let's go for the less costly if it backfires play of Tome Blast. And introduce our opponent once again to Big Lizard. All right, Big Lizard 2-0. Playing for the trophy next round. All right, round 3. This hand is pretty medium. I'm going to keep it, though. It's got all this... Well, it doesn't really have anything. It's got 4 islands and a mountain. And 2 castable spells. My kind of general rule in Limited is just between 2 and 5 lands, just keep it. All right, there's a 4 mana play. We got our first... We got turns 2, 3, and 4 covered. All right, if the opponent doesn't want to do anything, I'm okay with that. Not okay with that island. Okay. Gonna draw some cards. Graveyard. Top. Okay, we got our setup. Betrayal. Tone Blast not looking like it's at its best here. But there's always next turn. What do we mill? Alright, I'm kind of glad we milled that. That was one of the least consequential spells we could have hit. Old Growth Educator. Vigilance Reach. It's big. Keyword large. He didn't gain life, thank goodness. Can always just bounce that to their hand. Mountain. Didn't need you. Tap my artifact for no reason. Alright, well, it looks like we might just have to take a beating here and draw our way out of this. I mean, we have 2 board wipes in our deck. So, I mean, it's like a sure thing. Well, good news for me is I've got cards to discard. Mountain was not what I needed. Cast this. Leave up Banishing Betrayal. Now I can block the Menace thing. I've been pretty impressed with black-green in this format because it doesn't really need much setup. It's just kind of good on its own. Like, you don't need big rares like you do with Prismari. And to some extent, Lorehold. Yeah, okay. I'll trade 1 for 1/2 for 1 with that thing. Works for me. Ooh. Oof. I'm not going to bounce that. I'm going to give myself a chance to draw a board wipe right now. I didn't draw it. Didn't draw the board wipe. Okay. Just gotta hang on. Another one. Get this out of here. Also, glad I surveilled that mountain away. Alright, well, we're flooding out. That can happen. Board wipe now. Do you believe in Big Lizard? You guys didn't believe enough. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. Well, at least our opponent doesn't know what to expect. Alright, what do I want out? Is Tone Blast any good? Tone Blast has to be good. I'll bring in a Prismari Charm over maybe Deluge Virtuoso because they're green. I didn't see anything I wanted to brush off. I think I want the ramp. I kind of see this not being very good. Yeah, I don't know. I'll take that out. This that hand just blew up in our face. So in this format, when I was saying I've been impressed with Golgari, what I mean is that, well, like I said, it doesn't need a lot of great rares. I guess I didn't need to repeat that. But like if I'm going into a draft, the main color, if like say I open a pack that just has no busted rares and I have to pick an uncommon or something, I hope that uncommon is black. Because I think black, white, and black, green just hold up well under scrutiny. Like if you take the 5 best cards out of a deck, you're hurting the Prismari deck way more than a black-green deck, I think. Okay, I guess I discard one of these Essence Scatters. And I Surveil 2. Top, and Pray. Need the lands. I could have put that in my graveyard for Lorecaster, but then our opponent will be onto us. And only I can know about the lizard. But they still, it's their fault for not believing. Alright, opponent did nothing. You like to see that. We're making record time in this game. Alright, I'm kind of glad I didn't hold up Essence Scatter. I'm glad we dodged a turn there. Do I just run out another Composer? Sure. Now they can't attack with their Menace creature. That was intentional not to attack. I don't want to get into a damage race with our opponent. I do want to draw another mountain, though. Grapple with Death, whatever. I've got two. This has Ward, they paid it. Secret ability. Take 4. That's why I didn't want to start a damage race. Okay, what do we do? I think I bait them into trying to play out more to the board. I don't know how much I'm baiting the opponent, really. I need to draw consecutive lands. Because these are all going to die anyway. I guess Virtuoso is okay for now. This actually looks like I'm trying to play a game of Magic. Is there a world where this lives through a Tremors? I don't want it to. I want to deal 8. Okay. Nice. They used a removal spell on a creature I was going to kill. And they attack for 1. That's alright. Do I need to run out this giant? No, I don't think I do. Okay, the mountain's pretty good there. Not going to attack. I'm going to threaten block. Okay. This is why you don't want a bunch of creatures in these deck. I'd rather just have card draw spells instead of these stupid creatures that the opponent's just been having their way with. So I misplayed this draft a little bit by not being hardcore enough into the blue-red spells. I think it would be wise for the opponent to do nothing. I guess that's a pretty good play too. Well, we gotta go now, so. Not like to the bathroom, but. Well, cancel, hang on. I only need to do 3. X is currently 3. If X is 4 more destroy artifacts, that doesn't matter. Done. Now I've got Essence Scatter up also. Hopefully no pump spell. But I've got Tome Blast if they have a pump spell that grows their creature marginally. What? Alright, never mind. Alright, Subterranean Tremors. Alright. So for those of you watching at home that saw that coming, Subterranean Tremors does not kill flyers. Alright, well, you learn something new every day. Good games.